From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your afternoon weather update.
Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, filling in for Kelli Rosson on this Thursday midday. She'll be back next week. She's on vacation for a few days. We'll start out with your hourly forecast here, and a few isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms possible this afternoon. But by no stretch of the imagination will everybody see rain. Partly cloudy otherwise. Daytime temperatures this afternoon creeping up into the mid-80s, falling back into the 70s as we head towards sunset, and again into the 60s as we head into the overnight hours. We're going to stay warm here through the next several afternoons. Looking live on the Arctic Air Skycam network this afternoon, we're seeing those fair weather cumulus clouds bubble up. But as we get deeper into the afternoon, a few of those will try to bubble up into some isolated thunderstorms out there. Here's the live look at live Viper radar and temperatures across the area as of the midday hour. 77 in Lawrenceburg, 81 now in Columbia, Tennessee, 82 from Hohenwald back to Savannah, 79 in the Shoals in Florence, 79 also in Russellville, 78 over in Iuka, 79 in Decatur, and 80 in Athens in the center of Limestone County in northern Alabama. Visible satellite and radar across the southeast. Not a whole lot going on across our immediate area. You see as the sun comes up, those cumulus clouds start to bubble up, and no rain super close by. We have some showers down to the south. A few showers trying to get going just to our east over into the Cumberland Plateau. But no big weather systems here, and not expecting any for the next several days. Partly cloudy skies this afternoon as we warm into the 80s across the area. And a lot of us get to the mid to upper 80s for daytime highs. Notice a few isolated showers or thunderstorms are possible, but not everybody gets rain. But those fade away after we lose daytime heating. Temperatures drop into the low to mid 60s again by daybreak on our Friday for morning lows. And then we do this all over again tomorrow. Mid 80s as we head into the midday and the afternoon, with pop-up showers and thunderstorms being possible. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies. I do think we're going to take a break in the rain chances for Saturday. It looks dry enough that I'm brave enough to drop the rain chances off the 7-day. I still had them at 10%, so you'll see them on the app and things like that, but we don't put them on the 7-day forecast unless they're up to 20%. So that's how that works. Partly cloudy skies and warm over the weekend. We'll be into the lower 90s for everyone. A few more isolated thunderstorms on Sunday. I think they'll be a little more numerous, but still very isolated in nature. And that's the case as we go into early next week as well. Still staying in the mid to upper 80s as we head into next week. Matter of fact, here's your temperature trend the next 5 days. Mid to upper 80s for Friday, the same for today. Lower 90s over the weekend for most all of us, but because the dew points aren't overly high, the heat index values are only in the lower 90s as well. So it's going to feel warm out there, but not anything abnormal for the first part of June. So we're not looking at runaway heat or anything like that. Just some seasonably warm temperatures staying in the mid to upper 80s as we head into the first part of next week. We are watching the tropics. This is officially the first day of the Atlantic hurricane season. We're now starting that since it's June 1st. We do have a low pressure we are watching in the Gulf of Mexico. You see a little bit of cloudiness and showery activity with the surface low here. So we're going to have to watch that. National Hurricane Center has bumped the chances of development up to the medium risk now. This is 50% of developing either into a tropical depression or Tropical Storm Arlene over the next few days as it meanders before heading across South Florida into the Atlantic. If it does develop, not looking at a powerful system, I have no reason to believe it will become a hurricane, but we could see a lower end tropical storm or tropical depression out of this. Regardless of whether it develops or not, we're talking about heavy rain showers and gusty winds for the Florida Peninsula and South Florida, and no impacts here locally to southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, or northeast Mississippi. But as always, we'll watch the tropics very carefully for you. Daytime highs across the area in the mid to upper 80s as we head into the afternoon, falling back into the mid 60s by daybreak here for your morning lows. Here's your 7-day forecast. A few more isolated thunderstorms for Friday. I do think we're going to be dry enough. I'm going to take the rain chances Saturday off the board, but they're about 10%. They're not completely zero. Otherwise, mostly sunny. And then isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon each day on the board from Sunday in through a large part of next week. Partly sunny otherwise. Highs over the weekend in the lower 90s. Easing back into the mid to upper 80s as we head through the first half of next week. There's the latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back this afternoon live at 5 o'clock with another update to your local weather right here on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.